So I just saw this eBay listing and I had to share it with you all because I'm very surprised that the seller is selling this booster box for this price. I'm actually extremely surprised. So I know base sets don't have the best reputation because, usually base sets are kind of boring. And usually they don't perform that well. The only, exceptions is like XY base and back. Like those are all pretty expensive. Like all base sets, XY and back are all pretty expensive. And that's because obviously print runs and everything was very different back then. But, other than that, Sun and Moon base, Sword and Shield base, no one really cares about them because there aren't the best sets out there because in the era there's way better sets, so people kind of just ignore base sets. But in my opinion, Scarlet and Violet base is probably one of the best base sets that's come out from Pokemon because there's SARs, IRs in the set in a base set. And if you go back to Sword and Shield, Sword and Shield didn't have alt arts in the first four sets. The first set that had alt arts was Battle Styles. So the fact that this base set has SIRs and IRs in it, I think is pretty good for a base set, and I feel like this really is one of the best, or if not the best base set that has come out. So I wanted to show you guys when the base set did release. So Scarlet and Violet base was released on March 31st of 2023. So in about, 4 months from now, it's going to be 2 years old. And so the market price for these booster boxes right now are $104. If you go on eBay, you can find some for maybe like lower 100s, like maybe 102, but they're around like 104 as you can see here. And yeah, that's honestly still very cheap if you think about that. This booster box is almost a whole 2 years old now. It's only 4 months away, but obviously it did get a reprint, so that definitely added to the supply in the market. And base sets aren't the most popular thing ever, but like I said, I think base sets, Scarlet Violet base is one of the best base sets, or the best base set out there that has come out. Now here's a listing that I saw that I needed to share with you guys. This booster box is being sold for $89.43. Honestly, I know, you might be looking at this and being like, I'd rather pay another $10, $20 for another booster box, and I don't blame you. But at the same time, to get any booster box in this sort of market right now for $90 is literally impossible. Yes, I know this is not the most like extravagant set out there, but for $89, at this point you basically can't lose because this set is almost going to be 2 years old now. It already got a reprint. The chances of it getting reprinted again is pretty much, like, I think in my opinion, slim to none. I mean, they're gonna have to reprint way more sets, or that are more expensive than Scarlet Violet base. Like, I don't think they're gonna reprint the set. So to get them at this price is insane to me. So if you don't have any Scarlet and Violet base and maybe you want some, or maybe you weren't even thinking about it and now you're seeing this price, honestly, at $89 you can't lose. But this isn't the, I would say, the most, like, the best investment where it's gonna double in price in like a year or like a 6 months. Like, that's not probably gonna happen. But in terms of long term, like, to get it at this price right now when this box is almost 2 years old, it to me is pretty insane. And to show you guys what I mean by, like, this is like the best base set has ever come out from Pokemon, like, it has SIRs and IRs, and I really like that this set has the Ralts, the Curlia, and the Gardevoir like evolution, where like the family and everything, like they start off like here and they grow and get older. I think that's pretty cool, like a cool thing to the set. Also has the Miriam trainer card, and just overall, just this is like, I don't think anyone can really say differently that this has the best artwork out of any like base set out there. So I just think that this is, for $89 for a booster box of Scarlet Violet base at this time, I think is a pretty good deal. Now I wanted to compare to some past base sets. I've noticed with past base sets that it seems like around 300, like they stop kind of growing. Like, it seems like this is like the point where just, I don't know, maybe it's too expensive and people don't want to buy these booster boxes because there's just maybe not that much in the set. For example, Sword and Shield base right now is $330, and this base set came out, as you can see here, in 2020, so it's almost going to be 5 years old now, and it's at $330. I suspect that honestly this is probably going to be here for a while. It has grown, as you can see, but I really feel like it's going to hit a point, like, I think it's at the point now where it's probably not going to grow that much more. Like, it's going to take a while, but I think in the near, maybe next couple of years, I don't see it growing that much more. Maybe it'll go to 400 in the next couple of years, but I think it's going to stagnate around this point because I'll show you with Sun and Moon base that it's pretty much the same price as Sword and Shield base. But Sword and Shield base doesn't have much going for it. It has a couple Snorlax VMAX cards. It has the Marnie. But other than that, there's really not much at all in the set. Now, going to Sun and Moon base, I was very surprised that this is just as expensive as Sword and Shield. So Sword and Shield base, like I showed you, was what, like 330. The market price for Sun and Moon base in this set is like 7 years old. Just think about it, 7 years old, and it's the same price as Sword and Shield base. And yeah, it's very surprising that this set is what 2 years older than Sword and Shield base, and arguably I think actually Sun and Moon base is a little bit better than Sword and Shield base because it has evolutions. Yeah, they're just kind of like rainbows, but it also does have this sort of card. But I think arguably this is a better set just because it has evolutions in it, and yeah, it's kind of surprising. So yeah, it's just Scarlet by the base. Just as you can see here, what I've showed you, like it has the best artwork like out of all these sets, and it's $89. But it does look like a lot of these base sets kind of stagnate around like 300, as we can see here. So is this the best investment of all time? Probably not, but it's pretty safe at this point. It's almost 2 years old, and it has good artwork, but it's just, I think there's just not as much demand for it right now. But to get it and maybe longer term, like 2 to 5 years, I think it's gonna do decent. It's probably gonna do as well or maybe better than these base sets because, like I said, the artwork's much better than these, and these hit $300 plus. So yeah, just want to share that deal with you guys because I found it very interesting that you could still get them for under $90. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share today. I'm going to be posting a couple more videos today. So yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying these frequent uploads. I've had some free time, and I am enjoying making videos pretty frequently. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, I'll be posting more videos today, so just stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys on those next videos.